My name is Khan. Not Khan, but Khan. It's got to come from the epiglottis, as the adorable Rizwan Khan says, in this poor film that's been plagued by so many release blues in Mumbai. Thank God we don't have all those issues here in Chennai. I enjoyed the film, but only in the first half. The second half stretched out like a particularly and stubbornly sticky wad of chewing gum. But the first half, really nice.
मेरा नाम रिजवान खान है। खान हो सकता है आप लोगों को मैं थोड़ा सा अलग लगूं। इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि मैं पागल हूं, मैं बहुत इंटेलिजेंट हूं।
Rizwan Khan has something called the Asperger's syndrome, which is defined as an autism spectrum disorder. People with it show significant difficulties in social interaction, along with restricted and repetitive patterns of behavior and interests. Raised by a single mom and with a younger brother, Rizwan is taught by this remarkable woman, played wonderfully by Zarina Wahab, that in life there are no caste divisions between people. There are only good people or bad people.
अच्छे इंसान जो अच्छा काम करते हैं और बुरे जो बुरा। बस यही एक फर्क है इंसानों में और कोई नहीं।
After his mother passes away, Rizwan's brother, who has immigrated to America, and his lovely sister-in-law bring him to America. That's where it's discovered that he has the Asperger's syndrome. There, Rizwan falls in love with the utterly gorgeous and vivacious Mandira, played to the hilt by Kajol. Now, Shah Rukh Khan and Kajol are a dream couple, so the rapport or chemistry between them is absolute magic.
नैनों की चाल है, मखमली हाल है, नीची पलकों से बदले समा। नैना शर्माए जो या के भर आए जो, थम के रुक जाए दोनों जहां।
Kajol is a divorcee with a young son. She falls in love with Rizwan, they marry, and just when they seem to be living happily ever after, 9/11 happens. Their lives turn upside down. In a particularly poignant line, Rizwan says, time was either BC or AD, now it's pre or post 9/11. A certain tragic incident occurs which drives Kajol to become estranged from Khan. Now, I won't tell you what that is, you should watch the film. But this is where certain things got clarified for me. All through the first half of the film, I was wondering whether Khan needed to have Asperger's syndrome, because this story could have been of a man without it too. But the plot progresses only because Kajol, when she leaves Khan, or rather when she forces him to leave her, tells him, go tell the President of the United States of America that you are not a terrorist. And Khan, because of Asperger's, follows her advice literally, and also because that's a lesson his mother inculcated in him, to live up to any promise that he makes. The movie thereafter assumes Forrest Gumpian overtones. Khan also sounds like Forrest and does several similar things, like hiking across the countryside in order to meet the American president, all the while talking to Kajol in his head, saving a hurricane-struck town, and so on. The film drags and drags like crazy after that and gets terribly, boringly cheesy towards the end, with Barack Obama also figuring in the plot. Gosh, all this melodrama does get a bit sickening, but I would still highly recommend the film. It has lovely music by Shankar Ehsaan Loy and some beautiful scenes, natural scenes and dialogues.
अजनबी मोड़ है, खौफ हर और है।
But there are a lot of inconsistencies and continuity breaks as well, because director Karan Johar tries to justify Khan's goodness by introducing too much into the plot and making a terrible mishmash of it. But like I said, there are some lovely scenes, and I'd like to talk about One where Kajol comes home from work and sits between the video game playing father and son and tries to hug both of them. And they are so engrossed in the game that they don't want to be touched. It's a lovely scene of domestic bliss. Also, the relationship between Khan and his sister-in-law is heartwarming. Where the sister-in-law comes to Khan's wedding, though her husband doesn't, and so on. Lots of scenes like this, little gems. I can't list them all. Do go and watch this movie. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Coming up after the break is the much talked about Tamil Panam.